Hello everyone, including all the boys and girls and men and women who are watching my videos. Today I'm going to talk about something a little more serious, that is mental illness. Now, disclaimer, I am not an expert on mental illness, and as of my knowledge, I don't have a mental disorder. But lately I have observed something that I find kinda annoying. That is, someone out there is pretending to have mental illness. Now, I feel like a lot of people are going to misunderstand me and misinterpret the video, and I feel like I'm probably gonna get a lot of dislikes and hate for the video, but I hope that everyone who's watching will understand why am I saying this, and will understand that I'm not trying to bully or dismiss anyone who actually has mental disorders. In fact, if you have a mental disorder, if you have a mental illness, I fully support you, and I fully recommend that you would find someone to talk to find someone to get help, and I would definitely wish to see you recover from the mental illness. But what I'm talking about here are people, listen, people who do not have mental illness but pretends to have mental illness. Now that's an issue. If you actually have mental illness, I feel sorry for you and I support you. But if you don't and you pretend to have, well, it's not good. It's not good. This had been happening for a couple of years, 3 years, 4 years, maybe even. And that is mental illness is slowly becoming a trend, a fashion statement. And I have observed that more and more celebrities are coming out and telling everyone that they have mental illness themselves, most commonly depression, mania, or both, which is bipolar disorder, or even worse, schizophrenia. And I've also seen a lot of friends coming out to reveal that they have mental illness themselves too. And however, despite the fact that I know that a lot of these people actually have mental illness and I feel bad for them, no way in this world that 100% of the population have mental disorders severe enough to require psychologists. I know that everyone has mental flaws. Everyone has mental flaws. If a person doesn't have mental flaws, then he or she is super smart, super bright, not human, not at all, superhuman. But I don't think that 100% of the entire world are depressed. I don't think so. And I think that's pretty reasonable, because if you look at the statistics, it doesn't say that 100% of us are depressed. It's bullshit. I'm not saying depression is bullshit. I'm saying 100% of the people in the world are depressed are bullshit. Again, I don't want any viewers to misinterpret my videos or misunderstand me. I don't think depression is bullshit. I think that the statement that 100% of the population are depressed are bullshit. Which, of course it is, and I'm sure every single person with common sense understands that. But, yeah. But apparently, and I know that not all 100% of the people in the entire world pretends to be mentally ill. But I've been seeing this phenomenon, and I know that there are people out there who are actually depressed, but no way that many people are actually depressed, or mentally ill for that matter. So some of them are pretending. And I think I know the reasons, but if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. I am not trying to be an asshole in this video. I'm trying to be reasonable. And I think the reason why some people pretend to have mental illness is because they think it's cool, even though in reality it's not. It's pretty much the opposite of cool. It's something that you really want to get rid of. And another reason that people would pretend to have mental illness is because they think it makes them special. It gives them an excuse to be special. And I mean, mental illness doesn't really make you that special, so it doesn't work. Lately, since the 2010s, people are trying to be rebellious. People are trying to go against the mainstream, go against the good. And that had been happening since a long time ago, in fact. But lately, it's been more severe than ever. People want to have social labels. You know, me too. I want to be labeled this, I want to be labeled that. Everyone wants labels because it is a social currency, essentially. And since being nice or being good, morally good, aren't as cool as being called being weird, being freaky, and being, I guess, sad, moody. Everyone, or at least most of the people, tend to act moodier and sadder and weirder and quirkier in order to attain or acquire this label. And when you reveal that you have a mental illness to others, people tend to treat you differently. People tend to treat you with respect, and people tend to see you as someone who needs help and who are special. And ultimately, when there's nothing too special with you, or by you I'm saying people who pretends to have mental illness, I'm not actually referring to all the viewers, but if there's nothing too special with that person would usually try to think of an excuse, or more like try to think of a reason to make them special, such as hey, yes, maybe I'm not smart, I don't read that well, I don't write that well, hey, maybe I got learning disorders. Or let's make another example. If that person isn't happy all the time, isn't optimistic all the time, if that person, I guess, hates school or hates homework or hates work, hey, I'm moody, I'm emo, I'm depressed, look at me, I hate the society. Urgh. Now, I get that not everything in this world is perfect. In fact, nothing in this world is perfect. So if a celebrity says and reveals that he or she has depression or anxiety or bipolar disorder or schizophrenia or OCD even, people are gonna write articles about it. It's gonna be in like E! News or something, or TMZ or something. You know, people are gonna write articles about it for a day or two. It's gonna gain a lot of attention. People in the public are gonna label the celebrity. Oh, he's depressed. Oh, he or she has anxiety. Oh, bipolar disorder. Oh, maybe that's why he or she is so creative, it's so artsy, it's so special. And the public are gonna start to treat that said celebrity with even more respect and with even more care. Because, hey, that celebrity's going through depression, so don't say any shit to him or her, you know, just be respectful, say nice things. And because of that, a lot of people in the public are beginning to pretend to have mental illness, be sad, be moody, in order to vibe to their celebrity idols. And a lot of people are doing that right now. A ton of people are doing that right now. And I just find that extremely annoying. A person pretending to be mentally ill in order to feel like in order for them to feel like they themselves are the same kind of people as their celebrity idols, like they are both freaks and outcasts of the society, like they are some sort of special people whom people don't understand. That's bullshit. And having mental illness is actually a really good excuse if a person gets weird and isn't popular at school. For example, if a person gets sort of pushed out, gets rejected, gets sidelined, gets friend zoned, gets pushed away, and became one of those outsiders in a group, in a community of people, that person can simply claim that he or she has mental illness, and now everything makes sense, right? It's a stupid excuse. Being outside, I don't know if it's a word or not, but being outside in the society isn't a solid reason why you have depression. People pretending to have mental illness makes themselves feel good about themselves whenever they get sad or cry or whatever. And I don't want to be the guy who blames everything on media, but I feel like a part of the reason why people are pretending to be mentally ill is because of the very slight glorification and romanticization of mental illness on media. For example, like, again, lately a lot of celebrities, including actors and singers, especially singers, are coming out and revealing as someone who's suffering from mental illness and yada yada. Oh, he has depression. Oh, she has anxiety. Oh my gosh. Oh, she has bipolar disorder too. Oh my gosh, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. And the public tend to, believe that mental illness is a negative thing, which it actually is. But there are people, actually most of the people, like to go against the positive side of things. So they realize that, oh hey, if I have mental illness, I can be just as weird or just as creative or just as special and unique and distinct as that celebrity. So a lot of people are pretending to be mentally ill for that. I mean, just imagine a person saying that, oh yeah, well, he's good at maths. Oh yeah, she's really good at writing songs. He's good at martial arts. She's good at playing chess. But me, I got mental illness. I'm depressed. Being depressed is not a talent. Having anxiety is also not a talent, obviously. And I think there are a lot of people like me who share the same thoughts, and who also believes that there are people out there who pretends to have mental illness, who self-diagnoses themselves. But from what I've seen, I feel like there are a lot of girls out there who would self-diagnose themselves and claim to have bipolar disorder or something like that. And it's been illustrated. This issue has been addressed in one of the Filthy Frank videos. And I know it's kind of a joke video, and I do think it's really funny, but I think Filthy Frank or Joji or George Miller had made a very good point that there are girls out there who self-diagnoses themselves to have depression when they get dumped, when they get low grades, when they get sad or cry a little bit. Everyone gets sad from time to time. Everyone hates themselves from time to time. Everyone feels useless from time to time. But it doesn't mean that you're depressed, right? And if you think you have depression or anxiety or any mental illness, why don't you go to a professional doctor? Don't go to the internet and look for some quizzes to confirm your so-called mental illness. It's not how it works. You can't self-diagnose yourself when you yourself aren't even a professional. Go to a doctor, go to a psychologist, and confirm it. And this whole mental illness trend, it's just super stupid. It's just super toxic. Everyone's just sporting mental illness now. And when this whole depression and anxiety rave is over, people are going to start sporting autism. People are going to be like, hey, he or she is autistic. Whoa, that's really cool. Whoa, maybe that's why he or she are so special, so smart. Wow. Like, and after that, maybe people are gonna start sporting physical flaws, like like broken arms and legs and stuffs. It's stupid. It's gone too far. This whole anti-positive trend has gone too far. Okay, it's too far gone. And I just think this trend is stupid. Now, again, I don't want anyone to misunderstand me. If you actually have mental illness, I feel sorry for you and I wish you would get help. I wish you would go to a professional psychologist. In fact, do go to a professional psychologist. I know it's gonna get awkward and very embarrassing and somewhat cringy when you explain all your sadness to the psychologist, but I'm pretty sure that the psychologist can keep it a secret, can keep it classified, and I'm really, really sure that the psychologist will listen to you instead of laughing at you. But if you don't have mental illness and you pretend to have mental illness, you're really stupid, because mental illness is not something to joke about. It's not something to imitate around. It's a serious problem. It needs to be solved. And it doesn't make you cooler or more special necessarily. It sucks, okay? I don't have mental illness, in my knowledge. And I think everyone knows that mental illness sucks, okay? And it's just saddening that this whole pretending to have mental illness trend has become a fashion statement. It's something to show around. Hey, guess what? I got depression too. Oh, wait, you have depression too? Wow, let's be friends because we're special or something like that. And that's just utterly moronic. That's idiotic, okay? It's not something to show around. Mental illness is a serious problem, and it's not something to show around, to brag about. How would someone brag about mental illness? What? What is your problem? I'm not saying the viewers, of course, but if people are bragging about mental illness, what is your problem? If a person really has mental illness, they would definitely know that it is not something to brag about. So don't be ashamed if you don't have mental illness. It's okay to not be mentally ill. It's okay to be normal. It's normal to be normal. That sentence makes sense. So, I don't know. It's just common sense here. It's common sense what I'm trying to say. And, again, I have to say this 5-6 times because I feel like people will not understand, but I feel like people will think that I'm making fun of mental illness. If you actually have mental illness, it's serious, and I do wish you get help. But if you don't, and you're pretending,